What if I say that one of the greatest Fortnite players of all time had no history with gaming at all? A gamer and a streamer who spent his life surfing, boxing, jumping on trampolines, and even doing pranks. Having become one of the biggest streamers and holding a high number of records in Fortnite, he made a fortune from the game. His name is Tfue. Tfue has done it all as a Fortnite pro and as a streamer or YouTuber. In his early life, he used to record literally everything, and soon he turned into gaming. While most players' first FPS game is Call of Duty, for Tfue it was Destiny. However, as Call of Duty became more famous at the time, Tfue quickly shifted to Call of Duty. From the beginning, Tfue was very competitive, and because of that, he shifted his focus to battle royale games like PUBG and H1Z1, where he went pro and earned thousands of dollars. But then came September 2017 when Fortnite Battle Royale hit the market. Being a completely different type of FPS shooter with build mechanics, Tfue immediately jumped to explore. He started streaming the game every single day, and it wasn't difficult for him to get a viewership considering he was already a pro in other Battle Royale games. However, it wasn't in thousands, but streaming a completely new game, still getting viewers, is a great achievement. Not just on Twitch, Tfue uploaded a lot of Fortnite content to his YouTube channel, especially the solo elimination records he used to set back then. Because of this, his channel grew at a massive rate from a few thousand subscribers to 500,000 subscribers in just 3 months. Moreover, it's not just that Fortnite has given a lot to Tfue, even Tfue has given a lot of classic ways of eliminations and mechanics of build fights which were famous by his name back then, and many still use them even today.
Yeah, right there.
Tfue's rise in Fortnite was truly remarkable. He had a duo with Cloakzy in the initial phase of his career, soon battling against one of the all-time greats, Ninja. In one of the matches, eliminating Ninja was the spark Tfue needed, which made him known all around the new Fortnite community. His Twitch channel skyrocketed, and he made a lot of friends in the community. However, Tfue's speciality was being a solo player. Tfue's best performance in Fortnite competitive started with a fall skirmish in squad. It ended up being very easy for Tfue as he finished first with 14 points. Even though he had a remarkable finish, tag of Tfue being the best solo player didn't add the tag of best player in the game in all modes. However, in the fall skirmish finals, Tfue teaming up with Cloakzy won the tournament, earning them $400,000. This was just the beginning of one hell of a career coming up in the future. Because of this, he got a lot of offers from different organizations. With lots of ups and downs and now being tagged as the best player in the community, soon it was time for the Fortnite World Cup. For this, he was approached by none other than FaZe Clan. Joining FaZe was another career-changing aspect. However, the future with it didn't go as planned. For the World Cup, he qualified in Week 3 solo straight to New York for the massive tournament. But before the major tournament, a big obstacle came in Tfue's way. Tfue uploaded the clip about his contract with FaZe and demanded them to release the contract on how they treated him. It ended with a huge lawsuit that went for almost a year. After all the headache, it was time to focus on his career and show the world who Tfue was. But as we all know, the Fortnite World Cup wasn't easy at all, even for a pro like Tfue, and he ended up in the 67th spot, earning $50,000. This was a big hit to Tfue, being tagged as the best solo Fortnite player, but couldn't even manage to land in top 50. However, for Tfue, it hardly mattered much, as he wasn't a person to hold on to defeats and dwell on them. For a while, Tfue took a break from Fortnite and went back to Call of Duty. Viewers said that this was due to his poor performance in World Cup, but this wasn't the reason. In a few days, he went crazy in Call of Duty with record eliminations in every single match. But Call of Duty wasn't the only pull factor away for Fortnite or Tfue. Next on the line was Apex Legends. One thing about Tfue is that he takes a game at a time and usually gets bored after reaching the top and looks for something else. Tfue always needs a pull factor to come into a game. Then Fortnite came up with Zero Build, Tfue's unreal aim that helped him win countless matches with high eliminations in Apex Legends and Call of Duty became the key asset for him to go beyond pro in Fortnite Zero Build. As obvious, Tfue wasn't able to stick to a single game at a time as he usually get bored, so he found a balance between Fortnite and Minecraft. Yes, he was playing Minecraft at the time. Tfue and his viewers were satisfied with him of finding a balance, but it wasn't for a long period of time, as he posted a video titled Goodbye, where he talked about his journey on how creating videos and gaming was not letting him live his life, as for more than 15 years he was engaged with it. He had other hobbies beside gaming, which he wanted to explore. Even though because of Chapter 2 Tfue did return, it wasn't for a full time. He uploads very rarely. Now the question is, what if his passion for Fortnite never went down, or he had never quit? Where would Tfue be as of now? Tfue is an all-rounder player, not only because he uses the mechanics in Fortnite well to build, but due to his shifting of games from Fortnite to Call of Duty and to Apex Legends, his aim was perfect. Combined with some practice, he would have been in the top list of all-time greats in Fortnite. However, the difficult part is always to evolve with the game. The Tfue who was there in 2018 will be completely different than the Tfue in 2025. If any gamer can evolve with a game, then he can do great in that game, and Tfue has proved it. People usually judge Tfue for getting such a lower rank in World Cup solos, even though majority of the community tagged him as the best solo player of all time. But what I felt was Tfue wasn't at 100%, or as if he wasn't even trying much. Or it might be for the first time Tfue went out of its comfort zone on a different PC in a different place, and it wasn't easy. There can be so many valid reasons, and if any of them are true, considering this still Tfue managed to get top 100 in the entire world. Imagine putting all that effort with combination of amazing aim, perfect sniping skill,
Oh! 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 Oh my god!
and 1000 IQ mixed with build mechanics.
Turn him. Is that you, C4, or that?
Yeah, it's
I
me
think
and them.
Okay. I'm right under you.
Fresh.
Oops. Yeah, one guy's above you, Tenney.
Where would Tfue stand today? The main issue with Tfue was he usually get bored very easily with the games, and also the way of how Fortnite evolved, as many pros left the game until Chapter 2 came out. However, Tfue had never expressed that, as he now just wants to live his life to the fullest, staying out of social media altogether. Hypothetically, if Tfue returns to Fortnite as of now, he would likely face challenges like Peterbot, Cold, Ritual, Clicks, Poyo, Bolts, Japco, Acorn, and many more. Imagine a hypothetical scenario of having a 1v1 with Tfue versus Bolts or Tfue versus Peterbot. According to you, who would win? Put your thoughts in the comment section. Now, these are just Fortnite stats, which we can assume. However, more than that, as a content creator, especially on Twitch, Tfue has been at the peak. In 2019, he was averaging 200,000 viewers per stream. As of 2025, even though he's not that active, he's still on the list of top 10 Twitch streamers in the world with more than 11 million followers. I really understand as a creator how important is it to give time to yourself, but with that pace, if Tfue had continued streaming, it would have been no time before Tfue became the #1 streamer in the world. Tfue as a whole package would be at the top, both for competitive Fortnite and also as a content creator perspective. Though Tfue has quit YouTube, not truly, as he keeps uploading YouTube shorts to his channel, but from a Fortnite perspective, it is hard to think that Tfue would ever return to the game unless Epic does something very major changes that can pull back all the pros who don't feel the same vibe from the game as it was before. As of 2025, what odds do you think Tfue would return to the game he once loved so much? And considering his mechanics and aim, where would he stand in the list of Fortnite pros? Please comment below.